All right. Hello, everyone. Bo Williams here in the WAT 6 Near Side newsroom. As we like to do every Friday, I want to get you up to date on what's going on traffic wise right now around the area. We also want to look ahead to some projects that are coming up. You may notice, got a story already pulled up for you here just off to my right. This is about the pedestrian bridge. We first told you about this last night at 11 o'clock on WATE. The pedestrian bridge over the Cumberland Avenue area there near the Tennessee campus, really on the east end of campus. Closed down. They found some structural issues when they were doing some work there, some inspections as well. Let me pull up a map. We've got one for you here to take a look at. And you can see, just kind of a reminder, you've got the 11th Street Garage, which is up here. And then obviously you can make your way over to campus, making your way here across. A lot of people park over here for football. Then they make their way, just a short walk over to Neyland Stadium as well. No timeline, anything like that, but we know that the walkway is closed. School obviously is out. There is summer sessions going on at UT, so the students that do park in that garage will have to hoof it up the hill, if you will, instead of taking the walkway there, crossing over Cumberland. But we'll continue to keep you up to date on that, but that bridge is currently closed right now as they continue to work there and some issues they found, some structural issues that they found with that pedestrian bridge. So we'll continue to follow that and keep you, of course, up to date. Also, some other things that we're watching for you. Let's see here. We'll bring this up. Some upcoming bridge repair work on I-75 in Campbell County. This will be north and southbound. And so this is going to cause some issues. Initially, it was going to be southbound. TDOT coming out today and saying, no, this is north and southbound. This is actually going to start the night of June 8th. And this will, again, be both directions, I-75, Campbell County. They'll be down to one lane in both directions. They're doing some bridge work in that area. And this will be in place until June 11th. And this is going to be pretty much around the clock. So really just past the Caryville, Jacksboro, La Follette exit is where this is going to be happening. But again, watch out for those lane closures. That's 75 north and southbound in Campbell County, starting up on the 8th and running through the 11th. So just something to keep in mind. But they say drivers are advised to expect delays, use caution while those crews are out there. And of course, just getting through that work zone, obey those speed limits as well. So also repaving, just want to remind everybody, repaving set for East Tennessee roads. This TDOT getting a $1 billion boost. They're going to be tackling a lot of roadways. You can read more about that on our website at wate.com. We've got some of those areas pinpointed for you. But again, check that out. Go to our website, wate.com. Get a better look now. A lot of you have been asking about certain stretches of highway and interstate. Will they be addressed? Some of them getting pretty torn up from the past winter. Some just in need of repairs. That time for resurfacing. So take a look at this article. Hopefully we'll answer some of your questions for you and help you out there. But that's kind of how things are looking right now as far as the projects, or at least not the projects coming up, but some big projects that are definitely going to be slowing you down, whether it's walking around UT's campus or traveling along I-75. Now, when we come back here in just a second, we're going to take a look at what's happening around the area as far as projects coming up in the next week. And as always, TDOT sends us out a pretty hefty list. It seems to be growing. A lot of work in Knox County that I want to be sharing with you here in just a little bit, involving some overnight work, some of it also right in the middle of the day. But again, you want to stick around for that so you're not late to work or wherever you need to be, or if you're taking the kids to camp or what have you, you're heading out on vacation, you want to make sure you get to where it is you're going. And then later on, we'll take a look live at how things are shaping up traffic-wise around the area. A lot of people getting ready to head out for the weekend. We'll take a look at a lot of the traffic cams and just let you know how things are moving along. So all that and more coming up for you. Keep it tuned right here. We'll be back in just a All right, welcome back to the WATE 6 News Side Newsroom. I'm Bo Williams, as we do every Friday. I want to get you up to date on what's going on traffic-wise. I've already touched on a few projects that are happening. We'll be taking a closer look here at the T-Dot SmartWay cameras in just a moment. That's kind of how things are looking right now around the area. A lot of construction you can see. Not a lot of traffic alerts, which is good, especially on a Friday, but we'll check back with that here in just a moment. Do want to get you up to date. Another project I wanted to talk to you about real quick. This is some resurfacing work coming up in the Maryville area. This is going to be some overnight paving on Old Niles Ferry Road. It was scheduled for June 8th and 9th between the hours of 6 p.m. and 6 a.m. So the good news is it's going to be overnight, but still starting earlier than some overnight projects, 6 p.m. So it will impact a number of you, especially maybe as you're heading home for the day. But again, this will be June 8th and 9th, 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. the following mornings. Work is dependent, obviously, on the weather. The city hopes, though, to have the project done as quickly as they can. But that'll be some overnight paving on Old Niles Ferry Road. This is their Facebook page, by the way, that we pulled up for you here. Kind of show you that section not too far from West Broadway there in the Maryville area near West Broadway and the 129 interchange. But that's coming up for you on the 8th and 9th, weather permitting. So just kind of keep that in mind if you're watching us in Blount County or in Maryville, or if you just work in that area, just make note of that. All right, another project coming up this week, and it's one that's, I say it's a new project, but it's really not a new project. It's that ongoing Alcoa Highway work that's being done just south of the river. Of course, it's done in phases. Right now, the whole thing should be wrapped up by 2027, so we're going to be talking about this project off and on for the next few years. But the area that we're going to focus on here is an area we've been focusing on off and on for the last several months, and that is that stretch of Alcoa Highway, really between Woodson Drive and Cherokee Trail. You're going to have those rolling roadblocks coming back into play. They've been out there throughout this week, and it's actually going to go through Saturday, the 7th. So in case you're going to be out and about Saturday, you could run in to some rolling roadblocks there along Alcoa Highway. Crews will be out there. Operating, helping flag crews will be out there as well. They'll be working the signal there at Cherokee Trail as you come off of Alcoa Highway, so right there at UT Medical Center, so watch for them. So not only do you have the rolling roadblocks on Alcoa Highway, but if you're exiting there at Cherokee at UT Medical Center, watch out for flag crews there as well. But right now they're going to be working here, and it says that, let's see here, in addition, Lifestar Road closed from the entrance to the helipad of the Human Resources Building to allow crews to construct the new roadway until June 24th. So that's just another little twist being thrown in there. But again, just watch out for those rolling roadblocks. You may have been caught up in them this week, but they're supposed to run through Saturday, the 7th. So keep all of that in mind. All right, let's take a look at some other projects that we're following for you right now. And these are some new ones that will be popping up. This is in Blount County. This will actually be on Tuesday, June 10th. And this will be from 9 a.m. till 1 o'clock. And this is going to be US 129, so Alcoa Highway. This is going to be Alcoa Highway there at Pellissippi Parkway, and this is northbound. So say as you're coming up from McGee-Tyson Airport, heading up here toward that interchange. But right now, according to TDOT, you could have some lane closures between 9 a.m. and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Crews working on some maintenance activities in that area. Watch out for crews present. You'll have to slow it down. Of course, this is a heavy traffic area right there at the interchange with I-140. You've got traffic coming to and from the airport. Also just commuters between Maryville and Knoxville and Alcoa. So keep all of that in mind. But that will be on Tuesday. Again, this is all weather permitting, but that will be between 9 a.m. and 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So that could be some heavy traffic in that area. We'll give you a live look through here since we're talking about this area, just to kind of give you an idea. Right there at that interchange, there's that northbound traffic moving away from you. Right now, everything looks great, but you throw a little curveball in there and it can mess things up. So not going to impact you if you're trying to get to the airport. It's more or less coming from the airport, either heading up to I-140 or to downtown on Tuesday. All right, speaking of Alcoa Highway, we'll stay there for a moment. This is Alcoa Highway right there at the Knox-Blount County line. And this is going to be some overnight work that is coming up also on Tuesday as well as Wednesday. So we're talking June 10th and 11th. Lane closures, again, between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. the next morning. This is just more roadway maintenance. This is also part of that area where we've been having the road work being done as they're redoing the interchanges at John Sevier and really all up and down Alcoa Highway. But watch for that on Tuesday night and Wednesday night, beginning at 8 o'clock each night until about 6 a.m. the next morning. So June 10th and 11th there along Alcoa Highway. That will be coming up for you next week. Just one more thing to look forward to. All right, go to Knox County. As I said earlier, there's a lot of things happening in Knox County next week, and really in very concentrated areas. So bear with me on this one because there's a lot of different parts to this, but this is really going to be around mile markers 386, 385, 384. And that's the area here along I-40 near the interchange with I-640 on the west end of town. Okay, so that's kind of where we're focusing. So here we go. First of all, on Sunday, June 8th, I-40 west between mile marker 386 and 385. Watch for possible lane closures. Again, these are going to be later in the evening, so about 8 o'clock Sunday night until 6 a.m. Monday morning. They're going to be doing some road work activities. The entrance ramp to 40 west from North 24th Street will also be closed during these times. You're going to need to use I-640 as an alternate route to avoid the work zone. So keep that in mind. If you're coming from 21st, North 21st, trying to get to I-40 west, you're going to have an issue there. So 640 is going to be the way to go. But that's just one piece of this puzzle. Also, 40 west between mile markers 386 and 385. On Monday, June 9th, watch out for possible lane closures, again, between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. Crews doing some more roadwork activities. They're just talking at this point, just look for some slow traffic through there. And we're seeing some slow traffic right now, but which is typical for a Friday. And then I-40 east between mile markers 384 and 386. This will be on Tuesday, June 10th. Watch out, they said here, between 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. More roadwork activities, stop traffic. So, again, just be careful. So, really, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, work will be happening in this area that you're looking at here, okay, around mile markers 386, 385. We're talking 40 near the 640 interchange. Don't let it throw you off, but, again, just be careful there. Could have some lane closures as crews are going to be working in those areas. All right, another spot we're going to be watching for you in Knox County. This is I-140, so Pellissippi Parkway. And this will be between mile markers 2.5 and 3. So we're talking the area near Westland Drive and also between Kingston Pike and Westland Drive. But this is I-140 eastbound in those areas. This will be June 5th, Thursday, June 5th, which is already come and gone. But it will be going on for several days. Watch out each night, and I've noticed this as well, between 7 p.m. and 6 a.m., crews are going to be out there working just routine maintenance that they have to do on this stretch of interstate. Saw them out there last night. Look for them again each night for those overnight hours. So it really shouldn't. It's not a heavy traffic time, but again, just be careful and watch for those just each week. And they'll be back out there again next week. This stretch of I-140. So again, just be careful there near the Westland Drive area. And then one other spot we want to touch on here. We talked about this last week, and if you've been driving near downtown on I-275, you know all too well about what I'm talking about here. They've been either closing the ramps or taking them from 2 to 1 lane in all different directions there along the 275 interchange. So coming up on Wednesday, the ramp from 275 south to Henley Street will be closed. So amongst all the spaghetti that you see here, the ramp right in here that brings you to Henley, okay, off of 275. So really, I want to say, yeah, as you're taking that ramp, if you're coming south on 275, and you're coming up, and if you go right, it takes you to Asheville, right? But there's also a lane that comes off of that will take you to Henley. You go down through the tunnel, come back up. All right, that ramp's going to be closed on Wednesday night from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. the next morning. There's several things they have to do there. So right now, though, they are suggesting that you follow Western Avenue and you get on Western Avenue and take that to Henley, okay? So as you branch off of that ramp and then you're coming in, you can go onto Henley, or there's also another little way where you can get over to Summit and Western Avenue. And they're saying that's how you're going to have to go. But this will be Wednesday night next week. It's going to be late in the evening. As I mentioned, this is going to be around 8 o'clock at night, 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. So let me read that to you again. So this is the ramp from 275 south to Henley Street will be closed between the hours of 8 p.m. and 6 a.m. the following morning as crews perform some work in that area. They're saying to follow the Western Avenue ramp and then follow Western Avenue to Henley Street during those times. So if you're going to be traveling overnight, maybe you have to get to work early in the morning downtown, just something to think about. That one ramp will be closed. But again, that's coming up next week. So I know it's kind of a tough one to follow, but if you drive that area, you definitely know what I'm talking about when we talk about that area. All right, so those are some things coming up for you next week. We're going to take a break here again. When we come back, though, we're going to take a look at how things are shaping up right now. We'll take a look at the TDOT Smart WATE cameras. We'll bring in the TDOT maps as well. Check if there's any accidents, any significant slowdowns, and we'll have much more on that coming up for you here in just a moment. All right, welcome back to the WATE 6 News Side Newsroom. I'm Bo Williams. We're talking traffic. We've looked ahead to some projects that are coming up. We talked about what's happening in Maryville, projects on the interstate. We also took a look at the pedestrian bridge there on UT's campus. We first told you about yesterday, finding some structural issues there from the 11th Street garage heading back over to campus. That pedestrian bridge is going to be closed for a little bit. No timeline on that. We'll continue to watch that closely for you. What we want to do in this final segment, though, is kind of take you around, kind of get you up to date on what's happening on this Friday as far as traffic in case you're getting ready to head out the door. Want to make sure that wherever you're headed, you're going to get there on time and get there safely. We do see one alert posted here on the TDOT SmartWays. So we'll zoom in a little bit here, and we'll click on this for you. And it's some heavy traffic, 75 southbound. This is a mile marker 108. So it's right there near Merchant, pretty typical. So we'll click out of this. Let's bring in the camera in this area, see if we can find out just how heavy the traffic is. And it is moving slow. That's a live look for you right now on this Friday afternoon. That's southbound traffic moving away from us right now. So there's a bit of a backup traffic trying to get onto 275, or I should say onto 640, 640 eastbound. This is the traffic going up to 640 westbound. So right now, but it looks like the heavier traffic is trying to get down to 640 east. So let's see if I can bring in another camera. Maybe get a different angle of this here for a moment. Let's go. No, that's not going to do it. I think this will be the camera we might want to take a look at right here. So there you go. There's that slow traffic coming down 75, hopping here, taking the old loop here, trying to jump onto I-640 eastbound. That's usually that's the easier one, and everybody's trying to get onto westbound 640, but that's not the case today. Everyone's trying to get onto 640 eastbound. So a little bit of a slowdown there. No accidents, just some heavy traffic. Back this up a little bit. The camera here as we get just north of Merchant. And yeah, you can see, though, the ripple effects of that is traffic starting to slow in that right-hand lane. And that's pretty typical for the afternoon, especially on a Friday. Southbound 75 as you get closer to Merchant, as well as the 640 interchange, really starts to slow down. If you're trying to get to 275 or coming to downtown, hug that left lane. No need to get in that right lane. That's where everyone's going to be trying to merge on, merge off. So that's usually why that one backs up. All right, we'll kind of bring this around. We'll see if there's any other alerts being posted, which is good to see there's none right now. We'll kind of go up a little bit further to the north here, up toward Jellicoe. Everything there looking pretty good. But again, we'll bring it back down here to Knoxville, seeing some, now when you see the reds, obviously that means as traffic is starting to slow, yellows as well. So let's bring in another TDOT Smart WATE camera. This is a live look for you right now, I-40 east and westbound. That's eastbound moving away from us here. Westbound traffic, very slow for you this afternoon. And this is between Pellissippi Parkway and Level Road. And again, this is 40 westbound, so just some heavy traffic. No accidents being reported at this time. It's just that time of day. Here's the camera at Level Road. And again, you can just see the slow traffic for you at this moment. Again, eastbound there looking all right. But, once you get a little bit further down, say near Campbell Station, traffic's moving pretty good. So it's just right there at Level Road. A lot of people either trying to get to Turkey Creek, what have you. But once you get past Level Road, things should start to pick up for you pretty well there and are moving along okay out in West Knoxville. Now, we're going to continue further west here because many times when we get out near the WATE Road area, we start seeing delays. And let's take a look here. And there it is, heavier traffic, eastbound moving away from us. This is one of those spots where eastbound traffic does because you've got 40 and 75 just now have come together. You've got WATE Road and the weigh scales are just past this. And so a lot going on as far as eastbound 40. Westbound's looking okay, heavy, but it's looking good. But eastbound is starting to slow just a bit, especially as you start to make your way up the hill there. Just around the bend are those weigh scales. So nothing out of the ordinary. We'll bring in we'll take a look here. Yeah, and it says 40 eastbound, Loudoun County, mile marker 368. Just some heavy traffic. No lanes blocked at this time. It's just going to be slow going for you in those areas. So at least there's no accident to worry about, nothing like that. It needs to be cleared up. It's just going to be slow moving. Bring it down along I-140. Many times along, say, North Shore, those areas, we see some heavy traffic. But right now, I-140 clear as a bell. We have seen some pretty significant backups eastbound, heading, say, toward Alcoa Highway, but not the case today. Traffic there looks all right for right now. Get a little bit closer. We'll click on the camera as you're approaching, say, Topside Drive, and traffic there looks good. Here's the exit coming off of I-140 eastbound on the top side. No problems for you. You should be just fine there on the Blount County side of Pellissippi Parkway. We will take a look. Let's go just south of the airport here at Hunt Road. This is down there where some of the parking areas are for McGee Tyson. Traffic there looks great. It's very easy to maneuver through there. This is Hunt Road right here, the overpass. This is the way you exit McGee Tyson up here, but right now traffic seems to be moving along just fine. Just kind of keep in mind McGee Tyson when you go. If you have a flight, don't forget to check. We're in those summer travel months now, so be sure to check out their website, and they will tell you which parking lot is full, just about full, has plenty of spaces. That way you're not wasting a lot of time just driving around aimlessly trying to find a place to park. I don't want to bring the camera up here because it's showing slowdowns here on Alcoa Highway, but right now I'm not seeing it. Traffic there looking okay. So, no major issues for you right now. So you should be all right heading to the airport. We'll bring this back up closer to Knoxville as I just messed this thing up all over the place. We'll kind of bring this back out wide for a second. We'll go closer to downtown. We'll take a look at traffic here near the river. This is just south of the river, Alcoa Highway, near UT Medical. Right now, no problems, no rolling roadblocks. So some good news for you there. If you're going to be traveling in that area, you should be just fine. Downtown, I-40 at 275, one of those spots that you will see congestion, and we are seeing it eastbound right now. That's what's on the right side of your screen. Again, traffic is starting to slow. Westbound traffic right through the heart of downtown looking good, but it's that eastbound traffic where you are starting to see some congestion there. But once you get out east, no major problems right now. Live look for you here near Cherry. Traffic there looks great. Just you can probably count the number of cars on one hand that you're seeing right now. So no major problems for you there along Cherry. So if you're heading over, say, towards Zoo Knoxville, you want to hop off there near Chilhowie Park, going to be just fine. Here's the exit for you right now. Beautiful day to be out there. I know there's rain coming later, but this afternoon right now we're looking okay, but traffic there looks good. I do want to head over here, though, and it looks like maybe we've got an incident here. Let's click on this. Let's see what this says. Multi-vehicle crash. It's just popping in here. This is 40 eastbound, right there, right before you get to the Holston River. So let's see if we can see anything here on this camera as we bring this up. And, yep, there you go. We're looking right down on top of it. All right, so this is 40 eastbound. So it's inside lanes. Look like we've got a pickup and an SUV. We've got some people outside of their vehicles here, so it looks like hopefully everybody's okay. No first responders have arrived yet, but they will be here soon. If they're looking down on this, you know TDOT, a help truck, will be there here soon, if anything, to alert motorists if it's not already here. Everyone trying to get over, going to have to clear out that left lane, but right now that left lane and that left shoulder closed, and this is I-40 east of Asheville Highway, so just past Asheville Highway. Right, here's the Holston River Bridge here at the top. So we're going to have to continue to watch this. Let's see how much of a backup we're looking at right now. Let's see. The next camera is actually back here at Asheville Highway. So let's see if we're seeing any impacts. And yeah, we definitely are. So here you go. So the trouble spot today is going to be on the east end of town as far as I-40 is concerned. This is I-40 East moving away from us right there at Asheville Highway. So the accident is right there at the Holston River Bridge. Looked like everybody was okay, but this is going to take some time. Traffic right now moving so slowly. Still looking for the flashing lights. Haven't seen that yet, but traffic, those inside lanes are going to have to merge to the right, as we showed you that the inside lanes there currently are closed, that inside left lane as well as the shoulder. Go back between 640 and Asheville Highway, and here's that eastbound traffic, and right here you can see where finally it's starting to back up. Pretty soon this is going to back up all the way to 640 until they get those two vehicles off on the outside shoulder. Unfortunately, through here, there's not a lot of detours to tell you about trying to get to the interstate. And you can see here, look, it's already starting to slow. Everybody hitting the brakes here, trying to change lanes. If they only knew, don't be in the left lane. That's going to be the key right now because everyone's going to have to merge to the right. But we're starting to see that traffic starting to pile up right now, really start to back up. Going to be very congested. So let's go back to the accident scene, see if any progress has been made trying to clear this out. And you can see how this is all starting to turn red from the bridge all the way back toward Asheville Highway. Looks like we got a motorcyclist there as well. Hopefully they're okay. Looks like they're okay. Just kind of going through, the bike there. But again, we'll have to continue to watch this. But it looks like I said, everybody's okay on this one. So this is a live look for you. This, again, is TDOT's camera there just east of Asheville Highway as you approach the Holston River Bridge. We're going to be watching this backup for some time here. We'll kind of take this wide for a second, not seeing any other issues. That's the only accident we're seeing right now at this moment. Let me slide over here real quick. We'll come back to the accident scene in just a second. I want to check the camera at Hartford. Again, this is where you enter and exit the one lane of traffic in the mountains. And here's a good look for you right now as the traffic looks like, I believe that's actually, looks like they turned the camera around. That is eastbound traffic as you're making your way up into the mountains there. But again, just one lane, both directions. This is at 447 there at Hartford. So again, just be aware of the slow traffic right now. At least it's not heavy. We've seen it at times where it's been bumper to bumper, backed up. But right now, traffic through there looking okay. So you should be all right for the commute. Here comes some more traffic the opposite direction. But again, this is a newer camera that TDOT has set up right there, really at the base of where we go to one lane. And if you are going into North Carolina, just know there will be some slowdowns. Here's the state line where it changes the shading and color, but you can still see the reds and the yellows. Just shows you that it will get slow at times through here, pick back up. It will be slow. And you always kind of wonder, well, once we're all in a single file line, why are we slowing? Everybody's moving in it. So, sometimes those trucks, they'll really take it slow through there, which they should. And of course, the wider loads still are recommended to go up into Virginia or even to I-26. So a couple options for them, but still seeing a lot of slow traffic really between the state lines all the way over toward Asheville. And that's going to be like that for a while. All right, let's bring it back here to Knoxville. Let's go back in here before we leave you. Get another look here at the accident that we've been watching, I-40 eastbound, right there at the Holston River Bridge. Looks like we've got some assistance now that has showed up here. Is that a rural metro? It looks like a yellow truck. That might be the TDOT truck. Regardless, first responders on scene right now. So they've got the left shoulder, really the left lane and half of the middle lane blocked. So really that right lane is where they're trying to push everybody. Here comes another help truck with the big flashing arrow right now as they're trying to get everybody to that right lane. So this is I-40 eastbound, right past Asheville Highway as you are making your way to the Holston River Bridge. And the backups, boy, we've gone from red to almost a burgundy line, and you can see why. That's what 40 eastbound looks like right now on the east end of town. All right, so make note of that. That's going to be like that for a while until they get this accident out of the way. That traffic will continue to back up. It was already backed up to about 640. Looks like it's just about there as we're giving you this live look. Yeah, this is between I-640 and Asheville Highway, so traffic definitely starting to slow. This will probably slow traffic on 640 eastbound as well until they get everything cleared. If it goes an officer, looks like, I'm not sure if that was KPD or THP, but looks like some more first responders arriving to that accident scene. So one last look. This is what it looks like. This is why you're seeing backups on 40 eastbound. You can always keep checking our website for the very latest, but if you're going to be heading out of town here soon, just know 40 eastbound is going to be slow. As always, we love to hear from you. You can always reach out to us. We'll try to look into any issues that you come across. But until then, be safe out on the roadways. Have yourself a great weekend. And, of course, we will do this all again next week. Take care, everyone.